What's up? Just do it. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to sunny CB Smith Reserve for this round 5 clash between the Moreland Zebras and Ballarat City, as the players took a minute silence there for the 49 victim terror attack in New Zealand. We send our thoughts and prayers to all those people over there. Just about to get underway here at CB Smith Reserve. Moreland Zebras will start off the game. So go into the Mirabella side of the ground as we get things started. Zebras in position now. Watson with the ball. Comes out wide to the newly promoted Timmins, Sean Timmins, who played out his 4-match suspension from last season. As we welcome to the commentary team, President of the Moreland Zebras, Joe Sala. Joe, welcome to the broadcast.
Well, good afternoon, Dominic, and thanks very much for having me on again. Big day for Moreland Zebras after probably a couple of weeks that we like to believe aren't really what we're about.
As the Zebras have possession in Mill Park here, Jade, definitely a point to prove out here today for the Zebras boys. As Watson wins the ball again, comes out wide to Simioy. Simioy with the ball now. Goes long, down the park, looking for the run of Papadimitriou. Can't get onto the end of that one. Ballarat able to sort of clean that one there out and manage to get the ball clear. Just checking our product. Can I hear you, Joe? No, we can't hear each other at the moment. Hope you can hear us clearly at home. Yeah. Hope you can hear us all clearly. No, still can't hear us. No, look, we're live on the app, so you can definitely hear us on the app. Just can't hear each other from the two headsets here, Joe, so
Okay,
we'll keep plodding along.
As mode of hearing transport.
Definitely, Alex, our technical assistant here, will keep working on that. But it's Ballarat with possession, going all the way back now. Playing their centre back there, number 3. We'll try to work out the number system here. It doesn't read clearly on my sheet. Yep, that was Joshua Romaine.
The Romaine
One
brothers.
of the Romaine brothers, yes, sure.
Bit of a mainstay with the Ballarat squad over the last few years, the Romaines.
3 brothers there, yes, definitely. Yep. As the Zebras come out with it now. Simioy out wide on the wing. Still in possession. Simioy takes a couple of touches, looks forward, sets up Cardamone into the 18-yard box. Goes to direct it, turns once, back out again, back into the middle. Finds Lemo with the shot off the crossbar. Early strike there from the Moreland Zebras. Brilliant strike from the Moreland Zebras midfielder in Liam Cannell. Zebras showing their intentions early here, Joe.
Yeah, very much so. I think they're definitely out to prove a point today. We must put the opposition under a bit of duress going forward. A couple of inclusions in today's squad. John McLean comes in, and Ryan Timmins comes in for his first debut in black and white. So
yes,
eagerly awaiting the ex-A League player from
Sean
Wellington.
Timmins, you mean?
Sean.
Yeah.
Sean. You get all the Timmins boys confused sometimes.
You do. As Ballarat take possession of the ball from the free kick. Looking across. Ball gets switched there.
So we look like we're lining up with a traditional back 4, Watley and Jacob Williams through the middle.
Yes.
Sean's come to the left and Nicky Simioy is playing right back. Ahead of him, Cam Watson holding the middle. Steph Cardamone out wide with Liam Cannell also. And a front three of Papadimitriou at the point.
John McLean out one
John
side.
McLean out one side, and looks like young Steph Cardamone
yes.
on the other.
One of the Cardamone brothers is the other Cardamone brother, David, I think it is, who's down on the ground at the moment.
Just take a little bit of a knock there, taking a bit slow to get to his feet.
Still not up.
Ballarat, meanwhile, have the ascendancy. A nice cut back ball, but Williams hoofs it away.
Still down, Cardamone.
outnumbered here as Papadimitriou is just going to let Ballarat have the ball by the looks of it, and they'll start again.
As
David Cardamoni's on his feet.
Makes his way up. He's still a little bit ginger, but running that one there out.
Yep, bit of
Tough
a knock.
boy, David Cardamoni. Long one over the top. Looking there for the run of Alex Baker. Baker there. He's got Watley to beat, I think it was.
Timmins.
Timmins.
And the guile of the young man enables the ball to be timidly played out for a goal kick, which Fraser Chalmers will square up shortly.
Injury last week for Fraser Joe. Got over his injury midweek.
Fraser
had a bit of a knock in the...
rolled ankle last week, Dominic.
Okay.
He was good enough for himself, just didn't want to risk the injury, but we didn't suffer any setback with young Jack Westerstutty coming in at half-time.
Definitely not. As Ballarat go
good
all the way back.
of both keepers this year.
Yeah. All the way to Nakashima, the Ballarat goalkeeper. As the Zebras try and win ball back, Ballarat with still possession in their defensive half. Ball trickles over the line and it's a Zebras throw-in.
We forced a turnover there with some
ball got kicked
pressure
away.
play.
Referee going across there to Tristan Romain and just having a word to him. Bit of a time-wasting ploy there. Not too sure why he'd be wasting time this early into the game, but referee giving a warning for kicking that ball away. As Jacob Williams now for the Zebras. Sets up, looking for the ball over the top. Stephen Cardamoni ran into space, but
there's the 8% Dom behind that pole.
Behind that pole for our, not for our viewers, Joe, because our viewers are seeing the game from the opposite side of the ground in between the two technical areas. It's more for the commentators here in the VIP box. As another ball goes into the 18-yard box of the Zebras, Ballarat managed to clear only as far as Stephen Cardamoni. Cardamoni brings it down. Simuoi tries to get a touch onto it, can't get past. As
fair amount of overlapping from Simuoi early on in the game, leaving his full back position to attack on with the forward line. Didn't work out on that occasion, but
good to see him pushing up the ground and being part of that Zebras attack. As Ballarat still in possession, still in their own half of the ground. Mirabella, Essendon Jeep end of the ground. Romain, back to another Romain there. The two brothers combining, back again. Still combining the two brothers. Comes out wide now, pushing forward. Looking for the run there, past Cardamoni from the Zebras, out wide. Airport side of the ground, long one over the top, and Fraser able to and hike that one there over the ground. Papadimitriou getting onto the end of it. He think he was in an offside position, I think he was, and he just let that one go over the top. And for Ballarat to pick up.
Thought he'd save a bit of energy in this relatively warm day. The sun's quite strong. And just for our viewers, I believe we're live on Facebook as well.
We are. Welcome to our viewers streaming live here on Facebook, and also to our radio listeners listening in on Radio Nostalgia, 1620 AM and 1629 AM. So welcome to all of our listeners listening.
The black and white supporters around the globe.
As the Zebras now with possession, looking for the long ball for Cardamoni.
Ballarat taking no chances there.
No, Nakashima there, the goalkeeper for Ballarat coming all the way up the ground and knocking that one there out for... We're back into the middle. Long one over the top, Watson. Looking for the run of Cardamoni out wide there. Still keeps it in, finds Simuoi. Two link up. Simuoi gets a cross in. Nice ball over the top, looking for Papadimitriou. Can't get as far there. David Cardamoni on the end of it now. Cardamoni squares it back into the middle to Watson. Watson looking for the run through. Long ball over the top. Liam Cornell going in there, but can't get on.
Just short there. The idea was right.
Brilliant run there.
And Liam Cornell forced his way in and forced an issue out of the keeper. Ballarat break.
Coming out wide now, Ballarat. In possession. Their striker, number 10. Ricky Hasai. Ball smothered. Knocked down now. Remain with it. Still in possession. Back to Lawton. Lawton in the middle now. Remain. It's Sean. One of the three Remain brothers playing in this Ballarat attack today. As the ball comes off a Ballarat City player and out for a throw-in for the Moreland Zebras. So Simuoi take the throw-in in the middle. Finds Canal there. Canal though couldn't find the pass to Cardamoni. Ball turned up. Lawton there for Ballarat City. Gives it to Remain. Remain into the middle now. Great tackle there by
Limo's
Canal from the Zebras.
made that turnover for the Zebras, and
Watson now with it.
great ingenuity there.
Brilliant ball out wide to Stefan Cardamone.
Steph just lets it run, goes for a ball inside.
Couldn't get past one. Goes for the second cross there. Up goes McLean with the header. Can't get on the end of it. Ballarat managed to clear that one. Scramble their way out, but only
Just
as far as
a little
Cardamone.
bit dangerously, Ballarat there at the back. The Zebras keen to press the issue.
Timmins working well with Cardamone. Cardamone first time cross in there, but off the head of Remain there for Ballarat. Ball up in the air in dispute there. McLean still trying to win it down. McLean still in possession. McLean, yep, he's out. Turns, goes for a shot. McLean blocked by Lawton there for Ballarat City. Back out wide to Cardamone. Cardamone back into the middle. McLean to Watson. Watson out wide finds the other Cardamone boy out wide in David.
Zebras in control here. Just need to final coup de grace.
As Timmins there collects. Watson back into the middle, finds Williams. Williams doesn't get control of it, puts himself under a little bit of pressure. Gets it to Simioy though. Brilliant control by Simioy. Out wide, Stefan Cardamone with it. Back to Simioy. Brilliant 1-2 pass there. Simioy gets past a second Ballarat player, but just a little bit wide. No, ball still in play. Yep, still in play. Hasn't gone out. Everyone stopped thinking that the ball was out. And Ballarat managed to clear. Only as far as Canal there. Liam for the Zebras. Still in possession with it. Battling out there, trying to win the ball back. Ballarat under a huge amount of pressure here, but now able to get rid of that one there. Lawton comes out wide. Turned over. McLean with it now. Into the 18-yard box. McLean goes out wide. No one in the middle for the Zebras. And Ballarat easily clear that one there out. Zebras putting the pressure on early in this game, Joe. Like
not
you said,
letting them get out of that back third, are we, Dominic? We're not letting them get out. They come out this time. Oh, no, they've gone back again. Good pressure play by the front. Bit of pressing from the forwards.
Lawton now.
This time they get out.
Ballarat goes out wide to Bassarich. Bassarich now to Alex Baker. Tried with the cross, but Timmins there for the Zebras. Can't get it through. Still dispossessed.
Gets caught in a
Alex
fight.
Baker
And is made to pay. Sean Timmins gets caught with the ball at his feet.
As it trickles out for a Ballarat throw-in deep in the Zebras' defensive half. Once again, I'd like to welcome all of our listeners listening around Victoria on Facebook, Moreland Zebras Facebook page, Zebras TV on TMAP, and Radio Nostalgia on 1620 and 1629 AM, Joe.
Around Australia, I believe.
We are around Australia, Joe,
well,
yes.
A big hello to all black and white supporters, be they in Hobart, Adelaide or everywhere else in Australia, that your flag, black and white, proudly flying in Melbourne with Moreland Zebras FC.
Definitely, Joe, definitely. As we'd like to thank some of our sponsors for 2019 season, Essendon Jeep, Mirabella International, Metal Form Group, Crocams, and Degani Coburg. As ball gets brought back in now, Zebras in possession, Cardamone with it now. Goes out wide, finds Timmins. Timmins with it now. Getting a few touches early, Timmins, Joe. He's been looking forward to making his start for the Zebras after serving his 4-match suspension from last season. Yeah,
I've been watching him train for the last 4 weeks while he's been suspended. He likes to get high and wide, but haven't seen that opportunity just yet. Just playing a little bit conservative early on, so his first touch seems to be going backwards. We're still in charge.
Still under a little bit of pressure there, the Zebras. Long one over the top, looking for John McLean as it's headed over the touchline there by Alex Baker for Ballarat City. As Timmins takes the throw in over the top, Papa Dimitru links up with David there, Cardamone to Williams, Williams to Watson. Watson with possession, finds Stefan Cardamone, can't turn past that player, but Simio is in there for the Zebras. Comes off a Ballarat City player and trickles out for another Zebras throw in. Number of games going on around the grounds today. We'll keep you updated throughout today's game in regards to the other fixtures.
There's Timmins now.
Timmins
makes some space.
Brilliantly done. Finds McLean. McLean goes for the low cross, only as far as Remain. Now to take him on. Gets into the 18-yard box. Goes for the cross and claiming for the free kick or the corner there, but nothing doing. Referee calls a goal kick as it goes out for another.
So the first sign of Sean Timmins going forward here, opened up the game, made a bit of space and shifted it out left to McLean. Zebras want to see more of that, but more importantly, need to show something for the domination currently.
As Ballarat City come and make their way out, but cut off there by McLean. McLean now to Watson. Watson with possession, distributes, goes across the ground looking for Simioy, but too much on that one. And it trickles out over for another throw-in for Ballarat. Next to the Zebras technical area. Coach Fausta Diamidis there collecting the ball. Ball gets distributed back into the middle now. Remain. Back into the middle. Lawton with it. All the way back out wide. Still in possession, Ballarat. Looking forward, trying to find the run. Zebras doing well, forcing them back. There's the back four there for the Zebras. Make their way up the ground, pushing forward. Not giving them the easy option up forward today. Comes back out wide to Tristan Remain. Being closed down, Papademetro closing into the middle now. They found a little bit of space here now, Ballarat. Long ball over the short ball through the middle there, but couldn't get through. Zebras defenders doing well. Papademetro contesting that one.
Well, it would have been a yard offside.
Can't win it down for the Zebras though, and Ballarat just still in composure there, but ball passed and out for another Zebras throw-in. Looking for the options now. Simioi. Looking for an option there. Still calling for his teammates to make an option. Nothing doing there. Going down the ground. He's crept forward a fair bit as he throws it in. Gives it to Papademetro. Back to Watson. Watson over the top. Finds Timmins now. Centre of the park for the Zebras. Takes a couple of touches. Has a look at his options. Out wide now. McLean. John McLean with that. Lays it off in front of David De Cardamone. Takes a touch onto his left. Great cross through. Finds Stefan Cardamone back post, and it's off the goalkeeper there who pulls off a save. Back post, Stefan Cardamone brilliantly brought down and took the shot first time. And it's gone out for a corner for the Zebras.
Good link work by both Cardamone boys trying to get in on the act together.
Yeah, fantastic build up there between the two brothers. Left foot cross there from Cardamone and finding his brother Stefan the back post, who controlled that ball down and took the first time shot and forced a brilliant save there from the goalkeeper Nakashima for Ballarat City. Zebras, another corner of the game for them. Options moving up into the middle. Cardamone, long one into the middle there. Zebras up. Liam for the Zebras, still gets it back, not cleared by Ballarat. Cross comes in over the back post, fisted out by Nakashima for Ballarat City into the path of Lawton. Lawton though, dispossessed. Cardamone with the ball now, still with Cardamone. Links up with McLean. Stefan Cardamone goes across, but off the head of a Remain brother there.
Ballarat plenty behind the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
They've got all of them behind the ball, Joe. There's only one attacking player up forward here, and that's their number 10.
Ball, which is a sign of how much possession Moreland Zebras has at the stage.
Cross there,
just finding a little key to unlock the Bizzo as the go, Dominic.
There's a long through ball there from Stefan Cardamone, trying to find Simioi, but ran out of ground there, and it goes out for another goal kick for Ballarat City. Nakashima now goes out wide to Tristan Remain. Tristan Remain with the ball into the middle to Lawton. Back there to Joshua Remain.
It's not the Triple R, the three Remain brothers at the back.
Three Remain at the back there. Alex Baker now back to Remain. Remain to Lawton. Both hands in the back there. Cardamone putting his hand up and apologising right away. Bit of a height difference there between Lawton and Cardamone, and a build difference as well. And both hands in the back there, unfortunately, gave away the free kick, which the Tristan Remain will take, which he does. Finds his brother in the centre of park in Sean. Sean Remain now looking for the run of Alex Baker, but cut off there by Timmins. Baker once again looking for the run of Baker, but can't get him. And it trickles over the touchline for another Zebras goal kick.
Yeah, already, Dominic, the couple of the early inclusions with John McLean and Sean Timmins combining down the left side. Zebras look better balanced, as the stink from last week when we had to do a little bit of patch quilt work in terms of, and then suffered a couple of injuries at half-time just to make the equation.
Yeah, I didn't think, I think we were in some fair position in our first half and really did well in the first half against St Albans, and those injuries did end up costing us at the end.
Still at 86 minutes, credit goes where credit's due. We dropped the game, so it's something that we need to build up on. But good to have 20% back and one more inclusion. Hopefully next week we'll see how we go.
As the Zebras come out with it now, Papademetro finds Cardamone, finds Timmins as well. Timmins and Cardamone link it up well. Brilliant ball there by Timmins. Finds John McLean. Left foot cross. Back post for Cardamone, but it's a flick on from...
Just got to it.
And it's an offside flag. They found a flag there. I'm not too sure who he signalled offside. I don't think it was...
I can only assume it'd be Stefan Cardamone. Maybe,
No,
maybe
I
running
think it was
towards
John
the flight of the ball, a bit of ball watching rather than the last offender. And oh no,
quite possibly was John McLean offside there. I'm not too sure how he
it's
picked
right
that
back
one.
here, so maybe right. Maybe John McLean was offside.
As Romain was going to go take the free kick.
The keeper's come out a long way.
He's come there. Papadimitra putting the pressure on. Long one over the top. Easily picked up there by Watley.
I don't think I've
to
seen
Timmins.
that, Dominic. I don't think I've seen that. Defender in full charge of the ball for the free kick, and the keeper's run 50 metres to get to take the kick.
Busted a gut to get there and got it. As Watson now for the Zebras. Plays Watley. Watley out wide to Timmins. Timmins turns. Cardamone. Still Timmins and Cardamone linking up. Back to Watson, but there's a bit of pressure there. As referees found another free kick there on Timmins. Foul committed by Sean Romain. So the Roman boys are getting into the game there for Ballarat.
Ballarat in their Robinson's second stint as coach. Robinson Mark II for Ballarat after the Danny Nidic area of Ballarat. Always crop up a few more players, a few young players who are actually able to hold their own at the level. So good story to talk about Ballarat for the upcoming, for the future of the game at Ballarat. Lovely facility that they play in. So it'd be good if the youngsters came to the fore and these types of the games that you get the experience in.
As Williams now distributes the ball across the park. Brilliant pass there to Timmins. Timmins with it, takes a couple of touches. Looking for a run out wide. Still with it, Timmins. Finds McLean now. McLean using his body, wins possession back. Looking to get the cross. Links up now. Cardamone with the ball. David de Cardamone now. Middle of the park with Watson. Watson distributes, goes out wide, finds that man in Simioy once again, brings it down. Simioy assesses his options, looks for Cardamone, but comes off a Ballarat defender and goes out for another throw-in for the Zebras. As Liam Cornell goes for the cross through, but can't find McLean. Timmins with the ball now, middle of the park, finds Watson. Watson back to Timmins. Sean Timmins here for the Zebras, back out to Cardamone. Cardamone with the ball, into the middle, finds Watson, back to Timmins.
Timmins. Keepers off here, Ballarat sixes and sevens. Zebras holding the ball, but need to make some incision at some stage.
Switch goes back out wide to Simioy. As you said, all bar one player behind the ball there for Ballarat. So they're flooding the back with numbers. Zebras have to break down and try and get find a crack in that back line as the cross comes in now. Hard and sort of low, but easily picked off there. Romain goes a long one over the top. You can see as Ballarat get possession, Joe, they're trying that quick long ball through.
They're looking for the number 10, Ricky Jose.
Not going to work though there when there's two or three Zebras players in there.
And again, proves to be the only one forward of the ball. Obviously a Robinson ploy. There's a nice ball.
And it's offside. Linesman put his flag up right away there for that one.
Just on the shoulder, took his eyes off and stepped the metre offside.
Ball comes back in. Stephen Cardamone wins it back for the Zebras though. Brilliant pressure from Cardamone. Tries to keep it in but can't, and it's out for a throw in right near the corner flag there for Ballarat City in their defensive half. Zebras not giving them easy options out.
Dominic, to the Perfect Timber Floor sign, so appreciate the support again from Perfect Timber Floors. As the throwing comes in. Zebras hunting around the packs, but Romain with it now. Comes out wide to Baker. Alex Baker with the ball now. Takes a couple of touches, trying to get past McLean, but can't. Timmins wraps up there for the Zebras. Finds Watley. Watson switches. Goes all the way out wide out to Simioy now. Plenty of room for Simioy to move up the park. Nice pass. Finds Liam. James Pepper, unfortunately, again.
Offside. Canal and Simioy linking up well, but
way out, weight of his line, throwing his hands in the air, saying, "What's going on here?" Not too happy with the defence, given there's that many of them, Dominic. I'm not sure who he's having a go at. But Moreland Zebras with Liam Cannell playing that just a little bit further up with than Cameron Watson at stages, and now I see that they've switched. So there's obviously a ploy there, play that diamond shape. One goes forward, one comes back.
Yeah,
Zebras
just trying to
control the middle. They've left a little gap here. First time in a long time, Ballarat come out on the right-hand side.
Baker with it now for the Ballarat City team. Cross comes in, but Timmins there for the Zebras, cutting that one there off, and it goes out for a corner. First corner of the game for Ballarat City. trickle into the 25th minute.
As we crane our neck to look to the right-hand side for the first time in a lot of minutes.
Yes.
Let's hope Moreland are able to clear. Ballarat lining up with some intent, fairly high up, although the three Zebras towards the near post. Now they come. Ball goes deep. Romain gets his head. Ooh, Fraser has to tip it over.
Just caught out a little bit there. He was off his line a little bit, probably about a metre or so off his line, and just managed to get back in the fingertip to that one. It was one of those innocuous ones, Joe.
Dangerous in the air, Dominic, and even though it was a looping header, positioning is all important, and Big Fraser had to use every inch of his sinew to tip that over the bar. Moreland Zebras won't be too keen on conceding too many more of this, so eager to nod this one away. It goes near post. This time, Cardamone gets his head. Cleared. Zebras come out. Ballarat pick up the crumbs. Go sideways again. Forsay. He's battling on with Timmins. Timmins, they let him go.
Brilliant defending there by Timmins for the Zebras.
Yeah, although he got the better of Sean Timmins, and Matt Watley had to come across. And Ballarat putting a little bit of pressure of themselves now onto the Zebras from set pieces. And if we're honest, probably the only way that they're going to do that. And so we'll have to be a little bit cautious, Dominic, not to give away some cheap kicks.
Definitely. Third corner of the match for Ballarat City. Ball back in. Header off a Zebras player, but on the other end of the box, Romain takes a shot, deflected, but easily picked up there by the Moreland Zebras goalkeeper.
Bit of a lunge down there by Liam Cannell, get his foot onto that to take all the sting out of it. Chalmers.
High one. Put a bit under pressure there.
Yeah, it doesn't get hold of it properly, and into the next paddock it goes. Today's game brought to you by Landtrack Environmental Solutions.
Throw in there. About to be taken by Ballarat City. Goes into the middle. Finds Sean Romain. Lawton there. Back to Tristan Romain. Goes long over the top.
You almost get the feeling that they've absorbed the pressure. They feel like they haven't conceded, and now they're putting a little bit of pressure on themselves. And Zebras need to respond in kind. This time we get some space. Cardamone onto the left, back to Simioy. Cannell. We turn it over. No, we don't. Simioy makes it good.
Brilliant run. Cardamone, brilliant ball.
There's a tap in for John McLean if he gets there in time.
He's sitting back a little bit, McLean. Goes over the top, and it's
yes.
in. It's a goal there for James Papadimitriou for the Moreland Zebras. Brilliant play there from Nicholas Simioy. Brilliantly done there. Simioy with that flick pass through to Stefan Cardamone. And Cardamone manages to get across and finds his teammate and striker, James Papadimitriou, who scores his second goal of the season, I think it is, Joe?
Yes, James has had success from the penalty spot, but that's his first goal in open play. He'll be ecstatic to tuck that away. So definitely. Good work by Steph Cardamone there. Had a couple of options. McLean was behind James Pepper. It was a case of who was going to get there first, but good work. And Moreland Zebras a bit of a taste of their own now, scoring that goal on the break.
Brilliantly done there from the Moreland Zebras. As the ball gets ball back in. Cardamone with it. Still in possession, Cardamone now. Out wide to Watley. Watley with the ball. Goes out back to him from Chalmers. Ballarat got every player now behind the ball in their own half, Joe.
Yep. Bit of damage control.
As Watson controls that one. Back out wide. Finds Watley. Watley with the ball. Takes a couple of touches. Plenty of space to move there. Gives it to Williams. Williams now back out wide. Simioy. Nicholas Simioy went for it. Went without it though. Comes off a Ballarat player and goes out for a Zebras throw-in. So lucky to get away with that there with the Zebras.
Well, you know, if you're in a tussle, you know that Simioy's not going to back down. He's going to keep fighting until he's lost it.
Definitely not, Joe. Exactly right. As the switch now from Watson comes out right to Timmins. Timmins for the Zebras. He's got McLean out wide. Then gives it to him. McLean sort of a little bit flat-footed there and let that ball trickle past him.
I suspect the footage will show he wanted it earlier, and Sean Timmins just delayed the pass and
held on to it a little bit too long there, I think. As the ball gets brought back in, it's Timmins now with the cross. Comes off
throw
a Ballarat player and goes out for a Zebras throw in deep in the attacking half there for the Moreland Zebras. 34.5 minutes gone here at CB Smith Reserve. It's a Moreland Zebras 1, Ballarat City 0, thanks to a headed goal by James Papadimitriou. Ball gets brought in now. Papadimitriou goes over the top. Sorry, that was McLean, with the flick on. Finds Cardamone at the back, still in play for the Zebras. Now Simioi. First time cross, goes in the middle, but
Ballarat struggling to get rid of it.
Couldn't bring it down.
McLean.
Still in possession, the Zebras. Out wide to Papadimitriou, but he's gotten called offside.
Drifted, unfortunately. It was a poor ball to finish off with, but just got caught a little bit. I suspect James knew that was the case.
Yeah, unlucky there for Papadimitriou. Called offside. As the ball gets brought back out now. Remain. Tristan there for Ballarat City. Watson there putting the pressure on. Bassarich there for Ballarat City going back. Away to Tremaine brothers now. Linking up. Tristan, Remain now. Goes back into the middle.
Found a gap now.
Bassarich there with it. Back out wide to Alex Baker. Baker with it. Back
we
to
force
Remain.
It back. Well, a bit of pressuring, Dom. It's good to see. And back they come again.
Lawton now in the middle of the park. Probably the shortest player out there today, I think. Lawton there, number 22 for Ballarat City.
There's a
long
nice
one over
ball.
the top.
Watley's covered it and nods it down. Simioi takes it away. Liam Cannell chests it down.
Back to
plays it
Simioi.
off.
Back to Cannell.
Won't want to rest on their laurels now. We'll
Brilliantly done by the Zebras. Look at that. Added to space. Timmins with it now. Comes back out wide.
Johnny Mack will be keen to get it earlier rather than later. No.
Still looking for it, Johnny Mack. Now gets it. Links up. No, still with it. Johnny McLean. Back to Cardamone. David there, sorry. Back to Watley. Watley Williams.
They actually look similar in body shape too, so it's very hard to pick the Cardamone boys.
Stefan now with it. Back to Simioi.
Lovely.
Brilliantly done there by Simioi and Cardamone linking up once again. Simioi cutting in. Gets across a long harder ground off the foot there of Papadimitriou, and it's another save.
Papa in for the double there. Just keeper gets his foot to it, and now is...
Brilliantly done. Got in behind the defenders, and not sure if it was the goalkeeper there that got the last touch, but
he's
another forced save.
So he's indicating that he saved a day. He wants a little bit more effort from the Ballarat back four.
Definitely another forced save there from the Ballarat defenders. As we watch that.
As we're over 35 minutes in, I believe. Well, not quite.
Yep, we're at the 38th minute mark here.
The scoreboard clock is right.
As the cross comes in now. On the end of it, Canal there trying to get the header. Comes off a Ballarat player though. Lawton now, header. Watson wins it down. Back to Johnny Mack, who's gone out into the other wing now. John McLean, brilliant cross. Back post. Oh, just missed there by Watley. Brilliant run and brilliant cross there by Johnny McLean for the Moreland Zebras.
Matt Watley stayed up for that, given that we had the turnover in possession. Zebras were always a chance to get a ball back, and Watley rightly stayed up for that cross, and back he comes now. Moreland Zebras looking to go that extra step. Be the right time now to go 2-0 up, Dominic.
Definitely will be, Joe, and they're pressing, so don't be surprised we will see another goal before this this half is done. As Remain now. Long one over the top.
In the black and white.
Flicks out wide, but brilliantly controlled there by Falster DME, just there, the coach for the Moreland Zebras, showing his...
It's obvious, Dominic, that Falster's lost none of that genuine football
definitely
touch.
not. As Simioi now with the throw-in for the Zebras. Looks forward, finds Papadimitriou, back to Simioi, flicks out wide and still gets a pass back to Papadimitriou.
Johnny Mack being manhandled there. No, nothing to
Papadimitriou
it. We get the throw in though.
Brilliantly done there. Throw-in, finds Watson. Watson turns, goes back to Williams. Williams, long one over the top, but can't find the Zebras player up forward. Not cleared by Ballarat. Cardamone now brings it down. Goes all the way out wide. Finds McLean now back on this side of the ground here, the grandstand side. Goes across along the ground, but no control. No one wants it there. There's a heap of space in the middle, and Ballarat players managed to clean that one there up. Now come out wide, Ballarat through the middle. Baker there over the top, and Chalmers should pick this one here up pretty easily for the Zebras, and he does.
Traditional rollout by Fraser Chalmers sees Matt Watley in space, who's going to relieve the pressure.
Watley turns, finds Cardamone. Timmins with it now. Still in possession, the Zebras. Williams. Zebras happy to knock that ball around, cut through the Ballarat City defence. linking the passes. Williams doesn't get it down completely under control, but still manages to keep possession. Great switch across, finds Timmins once again. Timmins with it, takes a couple of touches, waiting for the defender to come. Nope, goes a little bit early this time. Finds Johnny McLean. McLean out of Watson. Watson, captain for the Zebras. Back out wide now, Timmins. Timmins with it. McLean going to make a run. Doesn't eventually, but
I think it was
put a
telegraphed.
bit too much on that one.
Most people in the stadium knew that was coming, and Ballarat defence equally knew that was coming. They're in trouble here as Limo's fighting to make sure it stays there.
Still pushing the Zebras, not giving them the easy option out for Ballarat.
They're
Brilliantly
still
closed
not out,
down.
Ballarat, and well done by Moreland Zebras. Their high press game today is what the doctors called for.
Cardamone put the pressure on there and keeping them in their half. As the throw-in comes in, Papadimitra putting the pressure on. Ball's gone out wide, and it's come off a Ballarat City player. Goes out for another Zebras throw-in. That signalling thing, a little bit of confusion there between the linesman and the referee. Linesman originally did signal for a throw-in for the Zebras. Referee getting involved and just confusing things a little bit there as the Zebras bring it back in. Williams now in possession. Middle of the park for the Moreland Zebras. Williams takes a touch, sets his options forward. So let's go out wide to Watley. Watley with it now. Great chance a few minutes ago for Watley to score in that back post, but couldn't finish unfortunately as Timmins with it now. Takes a touch, tries to get past one. Still in possession, Timmins, as it's cleared there by Baker for Ballarat City. Out for another throw-in. Watson back to Timmins, back in the middle of Cardamone, back to Watson. Watson with possession, still with it, Watson. Zebras captain for the 2019 season. Back out to Chalmers.
The ball over once,
definitely not.
Watson.
Definitely not Watson. He's had a
4 weeks in and has
great
played
start
a steady
to the season.
hand the whole 4 weeks.
As Watley now comes out with it for the Zebras, looking for his options. Still with it, Watson. Now Timmins. Timmins in the middle, looking for Papadimitra, busting the gut to get there, gets the possession. Papadimitra, brilliantly done. Finds McLean now. McLean, one to beat to get through. Baker there, pressure. Cross comes in, brilliantly done, but it's off the boot of a Ballarat City player. As Williams and Watson tidy up there for the Zebras as they retain possession, centre of the park. Timmins with it, back to Watson in the middle. Watson turns, got a bit of time there in his hands. Finds Limo. Limo now out wide to Simioi. Simioi with possession, linking up with Cardamone. Stefan goes the cross, nope, fakes it, goes back to Simioi. Simioi with possession, hasn't looked at his options, finds Watson in the middle. Zebras doing well, build up play. Over the top, finds McLean now, edge of the 18-yard box. One to beat, goes now wide, Timmins with it, along the, oh, idea was there, cross along the ground there to try and set up Liam Canal there for the Zebras.
Late, as good midfielders do, but Sean Timmins providing a good outlet for the left-hand side there. Him and Johnny McLean working in tandem.
Definitely impressed with his debut for the Zebras today, Joe. So he's
Zebras aren't going long, Dom, towards the middle. Of lack of firepower in the air at that stage, but we're trying to play the ball as all good sides should.
As Watson now back into the middle, finds Cardamone. Stefan Cardamone now for the Zebras. Looks for his options forward. Back to Timmins. Timmins goes back to Watley. Watley with possession. Finds Williams now. Williams with possession. Out wide to Simioi. Simioi with possession. Back to Williams. Williams back to Chalmers. Chalmers with possession. Over the top now. Look for the run of Timmins. Can't keep that in though. Unfortunately trickles over the line for another Ballarat City throw-in. Baker with the throw-in now for the Zebras. Finds Lawton, but dispossessed. Cardamone with it now. Turns, goes past one, can't get past the other, and runs out of room, unfortunately. Out for another throw-in for Ballarat City.
As the clock strikes 45, by our reckoning.
Yeah.
That ball looked out, and indeed it
was
is.
out, definitely.
Won't be happy with that, Ballarat.
As we look at some of the scores around the ground, Joe. So currently 41 minutes gone. It's Moreland City 0, Werribee City 1. And 41 minutes gone, Whittlesea Rangers 0, Melbourne Victory 0.
Looks like we're at just on the 40-minute mark.
40th minute mark now for the Zebras here at CB Smith Reserve.
So Simioi pinches it this time. A lovely through ball, doesn't get there. Ballarat cut it out. Simioi still fighting and gets it to the Cardamone, shapes up for a shot. Great shot.
Just over the bar.
Rising.
Not too happy there, Nakashima there for the Ballarat team.
Hasn't been excited all day.
No,
it
hasn't been. He's been pretty angry with all his defenders at the moment, Joe, and wouldn't be too happy there that Katamani managed to get that much space from that distance and have a shot. So
indeed not. A fair amount of flag throwing from the Ballarat custodian.
As receives it once again in the 18-yard box, looking for his options forward. Can't find anyone now, comes out wide. Ballarat still with it, but Canal there putting the pressure on middle of the park, not giving the easy option out as the referees found a free kick there.
They play on quickly, Ballarat.
They get through. Barisic
just drifted offside, the number 10, so the ball didn't come. Good play by the midfielder. Ballarat now. Or they go down easily. Play on, says the referee.
Still play on. Katamani gives away the free kick there, and I think he may... No, referee just having a talking to there. Yep, he's going to have a chat to Stefan.
In that. It's just
that was his first sort of tackle. Or
bit of a late show by Steph Cardamone there, just at the tackle. But Liam Cannell putting himself about, taking the deep breaths now. It's a big effort from the first half, cutting out a lot of the passes and instigating the Zebras forward thrust. So good job so far from his first full start, Liam Cannell of Moreland Zebras.
So free kick here, Sean Romain with it. Long one, over the top. Chalmers comes out, doesn't collect though. Gets a fingertip to it, didn't hold on to it, but luckily Williams there for the Zebras to clean up, and ball gets cleared for a throw-in.
Just got under it, Fraser Chalmers, but
yeah, he just lost it in the air, I think, Joe, and just managed luckily to get a fingertip to it and diverted out of the way of the Ballarat attacking player there.
Williams saving the Zebras' blushes there. Would have been a little bit of an injustice had Ballarat scored from
Lawton now goes back to Nakashima, the goalkeeper for Ballarat City. Back to Lawton. Lawton, centre of the park. Looking for
the youngsters, plenty of the ball, Dominic. Not afraid to...
no, definitely not. Still with it. Ballarat still in possession. Hosai there, out wide. Cross comes in on the ground. Watley cleans that one there up, and it goes out for another throw-in for Ballarat. As we're just on 45 minutes gone here at CB Smith Reserve. It's a Moreland Zebras 1, Ballarat City 0. Cross comes in, and Chalmers on the end of that one.
This time he
looked a lot more confident that occasion to pick that one there up. Rolls it back out wide now to Simioy. Airport side of the ground, Simioy. In front of the Degani Coburg sign there for the Zebras. A couple of touches, Simioy goes into the middle, finds Papadimitriou, but it's turned over there. Poor pass by Papadimitriou. Puts Watson under pressure. Hosai with the cross there, takes a shot, still with possession. Can't get past him. Watson brilliantly defended. Poor pass there from Papadimitriou, put the Zebras under pressure, but Watson getting back and putting that pressure on, Remain getting underneath it.
That's why
pressure there from McLean.
The goal buffers, just in case something untoward happens like that.
Baker with it for them, out wide to Tristan Remain. Remain still in possession now, comes out wide to Regaig
there. 43 minutes.
As Watson wins possession back. Katamani now into space.
One to beat.
One-on-one now with the defender. Katamani going into the 18-yard box.
Not getting there quick enough.
Back to McLean. McLean turns, takes a shot, but not enough power in that, and straight to the goalkeeper, unfortunately. There it goes for another shot against there for the Zebras, but wins the ball back. Brilliantly done. Watson out wide now. Katamani with it. Davide. One to beat. Turns him out. Finds Timmins. Timmins with possessions out for the Zebras. Katamani taking a few deep breaths. I think he's taking another knock there as he's dispossessed that ball. Yeah, Davide.
I've got a feeling that maybe the heat's taking a little bit of toll. It's quite a quick pace first half by Moreland Zebras. Ballarat also doing a lot of the heavy breathing and being run ragged from side to side from Moreland Zebras most times. And same again now. Simioy takes it out wide. Plays Williams. Williams switches it across to Watley, left-hand side. Finds Timmins.
Timmins with possessions, back to Watley. Watley with possession for the Zebras. Switches across, finds Williams. Jacob Williams out for the Zebras. Has a look, plenty of space to give Ballarat all the numbers back behind the ball. And out wide, Timmins, front of the grandstand, takes a couple of touches, takes one on. Beats him. Goes out wide, looking. Still with it, Timmins. I think he holds on to it that one too many times to be able to get Katamani out wide there in play. Back to Watson now. Watson says his options, goes across. Williams back in the middle of the park, centre of the park now for Zebras. Williams back out wide to Simui. Simui controls, and they've gone all the way back now to Chalmers. Trying to just open up this Ballarat team, trying to push them out, and they're sitting solid there in the back, Joe.
Yep,
Ballarat.
They are indeed. 5 across the back. 2 in front of them. Another 2 in front of that, and everybody behind the ball.
Simui now with possession. Link it up with Williams. All the way back to Chalmers once again. Trying to get that 5 to push up, but they're not getting out of there now, Ballarat. Now they've pushed forward a little bit, but still keeping that 5 shape in the back. Timmins still with it. Now
These
finds
are the
Watson.
times sometimes where a nice long ball would be the trick.
Watley
This
now.
time Papa gets some space.
Brilliantly done. Finds
Lays it off.
Cardamone. Cardamone in the middle. Finds Canal. Canal out wide now. Simui still in there. Middle of the park now for the Zebras. Goes
Now
out wide to
Zebras
Cardamone. So they're trying to open them up out wide, which worked for the goal for the first one for the Zebras, and now coming back out wide again. Cardamone takes a couple of touches. Cross into the middle. McLean can't get onto the end of it as the ball's cleared well and truly out of the stadium here. It's gone
no
into the...
uncertain terms. Ballarat keen to get that out of the road. And the ball comes back.
Ball back in. Yep, there it is. We've got a couple of soccer balls there on the ground.
Oh, they're both ours, and one goes back to the halfway line.
So still with possession, the Zebras. Throwing comes in. Watson with it now. Watson switches across. Timmins. Timmins for the Zebras. Looking for his options forward. Ballarat getting numbers back. Not giving them the easy option there. Zebras have to work hard to do it. All the way back to Chalmers as the half-time whistle goes here at CB Smith Reserve. It's the Moreland Zebras 1, Ballarat City 0, thanks to a goal from James Papadimitriou. We'll have a short break and we'll be right back for the second half of this NPL 2 clash between the Moreland Zebras and Ballarat City. of the Moreland Zebras versus Ballarat City. As referee gets us underway, Ballarat to kick us off as they do remain there with the ball for Ballarat City. All the way back through, still in possession, remain in the middle of the park, finds Lawton now. Lawton comes out wide to Alex Baker. Baker with the ball now for Ballarat City, back out wide all the way back to their goalkeeper. So still with possession, the goalkeeper now, long one through. Ballarat just easing their way through in the middle. Zebras still haven't got it, and still in possession Ballarat. So Zebras still haven't got possession of the ball yet. Ball coming through now, still in possession Ballarat City with it. Comes out wide. Look at the options there. Turns back into the middle. Long one over the top, and ball trickles out over the line for another Zebras throw in.
Early indicators, Dom, that look like Ballarat going to take the game on, and they'll need to get back in the contest, so they're looking eagerly to push forward a bit. Whether that allows the Zebras a bit more space going forward.
Quick flick through.
Out. McLean's got it.
Still on the end of it, McLean. Thought the goalkeeper was going to come there, but didn't. McLean crosses. Oh, I couldn't find Stefan Cardamoni there with the run through. Ball gets thrown back in now. Oh, referee calls a foul there.
The youngster was unceremoniously dumped over by Steph Cardamone. I don't think anything malicious in it. It's just
two players going for the ball, I think, Jay. Just a bit more physical.
Got a bit of weight behind it.
It was as
young man still down, looking for some attention now. Glorious day once again in marvellous Moreland. Melbourne's best kept secret.
As we saw at the half-time break, we had some of our Moreland Zebras small-sided players around the ground having a kick around with the ball, which was great to see. So thank you to all those kids that made their way down. They also walked the players out at the start of the game too, so they
did indeed, Dom. They got
were
a
wrapped.
bit of a treat. They sang
definitely
the song with the under-20s
yes.
victors after the game, and they were quite enchanted by singing the U of A chant at the end of it. So
definitely, great to see the young kids coming down and supporting the Zebras senior men.
It's a little tradition we have going from the mini roos right until the senior men and over 45s indeed, Dominic, after every win.
Yes.
The Zebras finish off with their U of A chant, and the young kids were very excited.
As Ballarat City now bring the ball back into play. Papadimitriou putting the pressure on there, not giving the easy option. Brilliant done there by Papadimitriou. Still in possession Ballarat, trying to go past Watson, who wins it back, but through Cardamoni's legs, but Simeoi able to pick that up there now for the Zebras. Asks for the option forward, comes out wide to Stefan Cardamoni, gets into play now. Brilliant cut in by Cardamoni. Gets behind the play, turns. Papadimitriou, tried to link up there with David Cardamoni, but couldn't. Now into the middle. Limo there trying to get it through, still can't. Zebra still in possession, tries to find the pass through Cardamoni to...
Yeah, David's right. It's the obvious ball. Johnny Mack's throwing his hands in the air, but it was the obvious ball. You just need to be on your toes rather than your heels. So one escape there for Ballarat. The ball didn't come quickly enough. This time they go long. Watley knots it away. In possession again.
Watson brilliantly turned. Now through. Now McLean trying to get onto the end of that one, but ran out of room there on the far side of the ground. Airport side as it trickles over the line for a Ballarat City throw, and they take it straight away. Now coming through, past Cardamoni, diving there to try and win the ball back, but can't get possession. Remain now.
Don't go forward this time, they go backwards Ballarat, so it allows Zebras get back in numbers.
Alex Baker now into the middle, finds Joshua Remain to his brother in Sean.
The big man's under pressure. Good work by David Cardamone, put him under pressure and forces the turnover, and Moreland Zebras will take the result and throw it in front of the Crocam sign. Today's game brought to you by Crocams.
Dahaji there for Ballarat City, put under pressure right away there by Cardamoni and Papadimitriou, and ball turned over. Watson, long switch across the ground, finds Simeoi, brilliantly done by Simeoi, takes a couple of touches, attacking into the Ballarat City defensive half. There's Cardamoni now, Stefan takes a touch, goes around one, does brilliantly, runs out of room now, I think. Yep. It's a goal kick there, unfortunately. The resulting shot there from Papadimitriou rockets off the crossbar.
A nonchalant tap onto the crossbar from 40 metres by James Papadimitriou. You'll want to get one of those in earnest shortly.
Looking dangerous so far in this game, James Papadimitriou. Only goal of the game coming from the Zebras attacking player. And the Zebras leading at the half 1-0. As Ballarat City try to bring the ball back into play. Simeoi there, linking up with Cardamone, still with it. Simeoi gets his body around it. Back in the middle, Cardamone to Watson. Watson trying to get the pass through to Simeoi, cut off there by Lawton there for Ballarat. Still in possession now. Comes into the middle of the park, but two Zebras players there.
Zebra swarm.
Hunting impacts and putting the pressure on Bassarich, who trickles the ball over the line for a Zebras throw. As ball goes all the way back to Fraser Chalmers there. Comes out wide now. Finds Timmins. Timmins with the ball. Takes a couple of touches. Brings it into the
Steph
Zebras
Cardamone on his own out
half.
here with plenty of space.
Papadimitriou brings it down. Brilliantly turned by Papadimitriou. But turned over, unfortunately. Ran into traffic. Ball gets through. There's that long ball again. Ballarat to try and that ploy. Trying to get behind the Zebras defenders. But you're not going to get anywhere there with your...
9 behind the ball. The lone forward got a big task to do unless he runs onto a special one. But
he's not going to get past those defenders, unfortunately, Joe.
Control.
Simeoi now brings it into the half. Zebras attacking once again. Push came there from the wide. Still in possession, Simeoi. Cross comes in. Finds over the top of McLean. Just couldn't get underneath it to bring the ball down. McLean still with possession. Gets past one. He's brought down the ground, and it's a free kick there to John McLean. As a substitution being made here by the Moreland Zebras.
Ooh, somebody's looking at big... oh no, changed their mind. Or have they? Luke Devitt, big Luke Devitt.
Sure, mate. They had 17 on that board. Had Watson.
Oh no, he's gone back. Put the shirt back on. Maybe a little bit of a false alarm. Maybe not quite time yet. As we said before, Timmins is the first hit out for 4 weeks. Competitive hit out in anger for points, so maybe a little bit underdone. A bit of a rotation happening for the Moreland Zebras.
Just keeping an eye on Watson here. That change was going to be Watson if it was a mistake or if it was a miscommunication. But just seeing how he moves, easily crossed in there by Watson there now, brought down. Cardamone now takes a shot. Ooh, oh, just wide of the bar, brilliantly done there from the Zebras. You're just keeping an eye on Watson for the Zebras, not moving as free as what he was previously,
so
Joe.
The board said 17, did it,
yeah.
in the red? Well, maybe deep in conversation with Nicky Simeoi is skipper Cam Watson, and just holding his face up. So maybe something has gone astray, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, not looking totally happy
Zebras
out there,
corner,
I think, Joe.
it comes in. Watley gets his head to it, nods it back, doesn't go anywhere. Picked up again by Steph Cardamone, chips it in, far post, looking for somebody to finish. No one does, and the Zebras will be disappointed with that one, Dominic.
Claiming the handball there, not too sure if...
the attack on the ball's got to be there first and foremost. And the Zebras found wanting there with the ball trickling across the 6-yard box and the goalkeeper nowhere in sight.
Zebras with the throw in there. Watson still sitting fairly pretty far back there for the Zebras. Now getting into the game now, running through. Still with it, turned over. Cardamone with the ball. Back to Williams. Williams to Watley. Watley out wide to Timmins. Timmins with possession. Out wide to John McLean. Tries to tee it up there with Timmins, but ball trickles over the line. Another throw in there for the Zebras. Scoreboard side of the ground.
I saw the player. I didn't quite catch him on the corner of the eye come through, but the intent was there.
Throwing comes in now. Still with it, Timmins. Now to Cardamone, Davide. To Watley. Watley distributes across, finds Williams. Williams still with possession. Middle of the park to Watson. Watson still not moving freely, I don't think, Watson there. As Simeoi with possession. Finds Cardamone, linking up the two. Back to Simeoi. Simeoi into the middle. To the captain, Watson. Watson across. Yeah, definitely something not right there with Watson. He's not moving as freely as what he was in the first half. And McLean now, still with possession. McLean, brilliantly done, beats the Ballarat defender. Now looking for the cross in, finds Lemo. Cardamone takes a shot through the player. Another shot for Cardamone, but over the bar. And it's going to be another goal kick there for the Ballarat City team. Brilliant pressure there. A couple of shots taken by the Zebras. Cardamone, one of them, Lemo being the other one, and then Stephen Cardamone getting on to the end of the second one there in the space of 30 seconds to take the shot. As the ball comes out wide now. Zebras win possession back right away. Timmins with the ball. Now back out wide. Finds Watley. Watley turns, goes back into the middle. Still with it, Watley. Now out wide. Finds McLean. McLean with possession now. Out wide, Timmins. Tries to get the first time cross. Comes off a Ballarat City defender. Ball up in the air. Still not one out there by Ballarat. Now in the middle of the park. Simoy putting the pressure. Wins it back. Simoy brilliantly done there for the Zebras. Comes out wide now. Stefan Cardamone. Back to Williams. Williams doesn't get possession. Still wins it though. Puts himself under pressure. Watson over the top to Simoy. Brilliant ball to Simoy. As the ball trickles over the line. Runs out of room there. Ballarat City take the quick throw in through Baker. Baker now into the middle of the park. Lawton takes a couple of touches, looks forward. Trying to get through. Barisic gets turned over now. Still in possession of the Zebras. Williams turns. Looking for his options. Goes all the way back to Chalmers. Zebras goalkeeper. Takes it. Goes long. Looking for Simoy. Gets a flick on. Finds Cardamone. I think he's going to be there, Cardamone, but ball gets cleared, and that's gone well over the club rooms. I think that's gone into the synthetic pitch there at the back as the Zebras match officials make their way down to retrieve that match ball. As Simoy gets the ball now and goes for a run down the park to go take his throw in. Still with it, Zebras. Throwing, comes in, finds Papadimitriou. Looks for Simoy. Finds him, brilliantly done by Papadimitriou. Cross now comes in from Simoy. Looking for McLean, can't tee up there with Cardamone. Watley running out wide, plenty of room there. Signals to his goalkeeper, yep, it's coming back to you, Nup. And he does, finds Williams in the middle now. Williams, acres of space now for the Zebras. Brings the ball up, takes a couple of touches. Goes the long one over the top, looking for McLean. I think he's going to get down to the end of this one, McLean. Can't though, defenders for the Ballarat City get back. Still possession Ballarat City, but not convincing coming out there. Pressure still on. Try to turn it over there, but Zebras can't win the ball back. Still pressure from Lemo there. Referee calls play on. Was about to blow a whistle for a free kick. Still in possession. Calls play on the referee. Lawton now. Linking up. Centre of pass with Angeleski. Angeleski now. Centre of the park. Lawton. Quick flick over the top. And nothing doing there. And it goes to Chalmers, the goalkeeper for the Zebras. Out wide to Timmins now. Timmins to Watson. Watson with possession. Ball on the ground, finds Simoy. Simoy with it now, coming out wide. Has a look at his options. Back into the middle of the park. Finds Lemo. Lemo now with the flick, trying to find Papadimitriou, but can't. Retreats. Watson now, back out wide.
Ballarat just running ragged at the moment. Zebras will need to convert one just to make sure
Timmins.
We don't get caught.
Back to Cardamone. Cardamone in the middle. Finds Canal. Canal to... Back to Williams and then to Simoy. Simoy with possession. Goes a long one over the top, looking for the run of McLean. Diagonal ball, but put a bit too much on that one, unfortunately, there from Simoy, and it goes over the top of John McLean's head.
Frustration by both deliverer and receiver there.
Definitely you can see the frustration there. And Fausto, the Zebras coach, also showing his discontent with that rush
Zebras
play.
Keen to put this one beyond doubt with an extra goal here. Well chased back.
Brilliantly done by Cardamone. Still in possession, Cardamone. Brilliantly done.
Worked hard and well done to the young man.
Won it back. Put Baker under pressure there for Ballarat City and won the possession back. So Williams with possession now. Finds Simoy. Simoy into the middle. Finds Watson. Watson. Long one over the top. Better ball now. McLean on the end of that one. Still a bit of running to do, but referee's put his flag up. He's offside. It's going to be frustrating there for McLean. He finally got onto the end of one.
Just asking the question, you've got to look
offside
across,
flag goes up.
Got to look across the line, son. The last man.
As Ballarat take the short free kick.
Just waiting for one of those to come off, Dominic. Will be on.
The short option there. Ball trickles out over the line. Timmins nearly mucked it up there, Dad, but still kept it in play and trickled over for a line. Watson with it now. Over the top. Flicks to Simoy. Simoy waiting for it to bring it down. Now goes on his bike, going for a bit of a run, Simoy. Brilliantly done. Looking for Cardamone. He's busting the gut to get there. Keeps it in. Brilliantly done there by Cardamone. Comes off a Ballarat. He's done brilliantly. Brilliantly done there by Cardamone. Slid in to win that ball. Had pressure there from the Ballarat defender. And managed to get the touch and get it out for another Zebras corner. Cardamone now. Takes the corner. Long one, looking for the back post. Watley goes up, can't win it. Still one there. Timmins there with the header. Watley still making a nuisance of himself in there. Now gets possession, Watley. Tripped from behind. Referee not calling any free kick. Flicked on. Couldn't see where the advantage was there. Didn't call a free kick, didn't call play on. And no free kick. Ballarat get out. Simeon now closing. Horsoi with the long one over the top, and he has to be offside.
Good
That's probably like 10 metres more than 10. And
well played by the Zebras defence.
Remained there, found himself in that much space, but there was a reason why he was in that much space. He was offside. So.
The young man looked around and thought, this can't be right. And he wasn't. He was clearly a few metres on his own. Moreland keen to push the ascendancy here, Dominic.
Definitely are, Joe. Definitely are. Was, still keep pushing forward. Simeon with possession now.
This time McLean.
McLean, but the offside flag goes up once again.
They're right on the Johnny McLean today.
They are definitely. I saw that one there when he.
Glance, but there you go.
When he gave that one there through,
why we've got officials.
Just see was over. As we,
good job they do.
Definitely right. As you look at, we'll go through some scores around the ground shortly. Once we get a bit of a break in play, as Ballarat City now, Angelevski comes out wide. Hossai with it now for Ballarat City turns. Goes the flick, brilliantly defended. Watson now gets it out, up in the air. Cartamani contesting. Went up against the shortest player on the ground. The shortest player won it there for Ballarat City. Still in possession. Remain now. Comes out. Flick through the middle there, but turned over, and Timmins tried to clear it for the Zebras. Can't get it out. Pressure's on, and it clears over the line for a Zebras throw-in. As there's a bit of movement now on the touchline, Joe, as we have a look at some of the...
Luke Devitt. Looks like Luke Devitt is coming on. We'll just wait to see who's coming off. Number 7 it is. So,
number 7 being Johnny McLean coming off for the Zebras.
And Tremaine Sadler coming on.
As we look at some scores around the ground, Joe. So it's currently Moreland City 0, Werribee City 2. Just confirming those changes. As the ground announcer confirms the substitution there. Number 7 coming off for the Moreland Zebras, John McLean, being replaced by number 4, Tremaine Sadler. As Ballarat get in there, and it's going to be another penalty, and it's going to be red. It's a red card to Timmins. So he's just come back from a suspension, and he's been given a red card for bringing the last man.
And that's how quickly the dime can turn. Ballarat with a chance to get themselves back in the game, and Sean Timmins, who's just come back from a lengthy suspension in 2018, first gallop out for the Zebras and unceremoniously let go. Ballarat with a chance. Their number 10, Ricky Horsey. Fraser Charmer, who's also saved some penalties this season already.
2 of them so far he's saved.
The striker, Ricky Horsey, left-sided player, steps up.
And he's missed. He's gone over the bar.
And skies it.
As the Zebras have to reset up again.
Fortunate to get out of that one, but nonetheless, we play with 10 men.
Timmins looked really good, Joe, in his comeback and his debut for the Zebras, but unfortunately it looks like it's going to be...
I feel for the young boy. There's no maliciousness there.
It looks like it's going to be a another probably couple of week stint on the sidelines there for Timmins.
I wouldn't deem it any more than a week, Dom, would you? It's
straight red card usually they do. Possibly with a guilty plea they may only give him 1 week, so yeah, definitely have the 1 week. I'm just going to determine whether it's going to be an additional one or not, as the referee just goes across there and just asks Timmins. He made his way across to the Zebras technical area, and now he's being asked to leave the ground. He's have to go all the way around the outside. Referee's not letting him go around the ground. He's going outside of the ground, so they'll walk him all the way back to the change rooms.
As sticklers we are for the rules, Dom, the referee should have insisted he come out towards the race. I mean, well, here's a go.
Papametra handball there, no calling from the referee.
Referee in good position there, but didn't call it. Sadler. I got a feeling Moreland will adapt to a back 3 here.
As Papametra gets in now. Over the top. Oh, he's tried the lob. I don't know what the goalkeeper was thinking there. He thought it was...
I think he thought he was closer than
closer to the goals than what he actually was, and he palms that one there over the top Zebras coming close once again to doubling their lead.
Will Moreland go to a back three and take the game to Ballarat to ensure they don't get out, or will we settle for trying to hold on to the 1-0 win?
As we look at some more scores around the ground, it's Whittlesea Rangers 0, Melbourne Victory 4 there, and Manningham United 1, Northcote City 0. 19 minutes played there for the Manningham game. As Carter Money now for the Zebras with the corner kick. Ball comes in, plays at the back. No Zebras player can get on the end of it. Watson tries to win it back down, Watson. And he's called a free kick there against Watson. I'm not too sure how the referee saw that one from that distance, but it just looked like two players going for the ball. And referees obviously found one.
If you're going to have the influence on the game, Dominic, no disrespect for the referees, but they have that sort of influence on the game. I mean, I'm not quite sure about those sort of decisions.
Ball gets brought back.
They shouldn't be seen. There's no need for them to get involved in altering the game's pattern. We have a substitution again for Moreland Zebras. So going off number 19, Steph Cardamone.
Being replaced by number 6, Luke Devitt.
Substitution for Moreland Zebras. Going off number 19, Steph Cardamone. Coming on number 6, Aaron Devitt. Luke Devitt.
No, I called him Luke, so we called him the right name there. But Joe, with the stadium announcement there, unfortunately,
I've been on the administration's ability to get the name wrong.
Yeah, and we actually got it wrong here when we did it. But he'll be right, mate. We're happy with that. So long one over the top now. Still coming in. Chalmers for the Zebras picks that one there up quite easily. Tremaine Sadler back there as well for the Zebras. Chalmers.
So the sacrifice has been made. Papa Dimitri has been the lone one up front. Luke Devitt's going to slot into that middle of that number 10 role by
which
the
I
looks
think
of
is going to work, because Ballarat's still playing with a back 5 there, Joe, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Even with the number advantage, they're still insisting on having the 5 back there.
Well, numerically, if we keep going with Limo, looks like he's come back now into two holding roles with Cameron Watson. And Cardamone should be able to push forward from the left.
It's a free kick there called against Cardamone for the Zebras.
I suspect, Dominic, that another Zebras goal is in the offing here, because we will need to. Fortunate to get away with the skied penalty out of nothing.
Still in possession, Ballarat. Not too sure where that was aimed for, but skies it out wide. It's Mitrovic there. Turned over. Watson over the top. Papa Dimitri now brings it down.
Looking
4 to beat
support.
though. Look at the space that he's got though.
Devitt looking for support.
Luke Devitt with it now for the Zebras. Finds Simeoy. Simeoy out wide. Takes a touch. Now brings it forward. Ballarat still with numbers back behind the ball. Can't believe the amount of numbers have actually got behind there. They're still thinking that Zebras are an attacking threat, but if they're going to give them that space, Zebras are of course going to attack. As Zebras move to a 3 in the back there, Joe, your predictions were correct. They are still pushing for this extra goal.
It's only a matter of time. It's got to be.
As Watson there, that looked like a handball. Referee calls play on.
No, Nicky's coming
looked
back
like he
here,
smothered that one there, Joe. It looked like he was a bit of an AFL smother there from the Ballarat midfielder.
Not paid, and given it his rose, he's put his hands up for protection. That's got to be a free kick. Nicky Simeoy slotted back to that back 4, so Ballarat's pushed one more up forward because they need to. And that way, that's caused Moreland Zebras now to continue to have 4 at the back.
I think that's going to open things up a little bit though for the Zebras though. As soon as we break, we're going to be pushing those extra numbers forward, and if Ballarat don't manage to get back...
At this stage, Papa Dimitri is the only lone Zebra.
There it is there, turnover. Cardamone with it now.
Luke Devitt's got to get on his bike here. Cardamone waits and delays. Watson on the ball. Finds Devitt in the middle. Out wide again.
Offside. Not sure how he called that offside.
Well, these things are sent to try you.
Yeah. Not too sure where he saw that. There was definitely a player behind the play there. And if you have a look on the replay, I'm not too sure what the linesman actually saw there.
I've got a feeling Ballarat's going to fancy their chances to get something out of this game. Moreland Zebras need to put the game beyond...
Still Papa with the ball now, pushing forward. Still in it, Papa. Turns, 1 to beat. Now around, Papa takes a shot. Shot saved. Papa still trying to bring that ball down. Still in possession there with the Zebras. Unlucky, turned over. Ballarat with play now.
Goalkeeper kicks the goal post in frustration after a nice reflex save.
Simua comes off there and it's a Zebras throw. Definitely came off a Ballarat player there. Not too sure what Baker was arguing about. As we've got another Ballarat player down. As Simua goes across there to the sidelines and receives a drink there from his father on the sidelines. Another solid performance here from Nick Simioi as he gives a wave. No, he's not waving up here.
That's a bit of family love right there.
There is a bit of banter there on the sidelines.
Bit of cramp here for Ballarat.
There is, yep.
The treatment guy is out, the physio.
As we've got Simioi there on the sideline, just having a bit of a discussion with some of the patrons here in the grandstand.
Far too long. Don't like this.
Ballarat, I think, trying to just get numbers and trying to settle things down and stop the Zebras' momentum. Even though they've gone the man down, Zebras still looking like the most likely to score. So Simioi with the Simioi with the throw in now for the Zebras. Looking forward. Luke Devitt making the run. Finds Watson. Watson to Simioi. Linking up. Brilliantly done there by the Zebras. Turned Papadimitro into space, but just can't get in. Simioi there gets tackled. No free kick called. Play on. Still in possession now, Zebras. City, sorry. Long one. Over the top. Comes all the way wide to Baker. Brings it down.
Still showing their intent, playing two up front now. They figured they've held long enough with the one goal and it's time to get something out of the game. Clear intent by Ballarat. Moreland Zebras for their part, looking to instill some further pain if we can get some breaks. Going a man down as Sean Timmins was unceremoniously red carded for a tackle that earned Ballarat a penalty, subsequently skied by their number 10. And the stalemate exists. 1-0 Moreland Zebras.
Ballarat with the throw in now. Technical area airport side of the ground. Ball gets brought in. Now to the middle. Angelovski there for City. Still with possession. Comes out wide. Baker into space. Still with the Baker. Cross comes in. Chalmers comes out. Easily picks that one near up. Just once again, a warm welcome to all of our listeners listening on Facebook, on Moreland Zebras TV, and on Radio 1620. Radio Nostalgia. As ball there trickles nearly over the line. No, still kept in.
Actually did go, but
still kept in. Ballarat still with possession.
David in the unfamiliar role at the pointy end. Having to do some backtracking now. Ballarat with the numerical ascendancy. They turn it over again. Now we find ourselves in space. Cameron Watson looking down the middle, looking for the runner of Cardamone. Finds him. Ball across.
Cardamone into the middle.
Run out of
Cross
petrol.
comes through. Devitt trying to get in the end of it. Can't control it though. Lemo brings it down. Still gets it. Heads it into his own advantage there, Lemo. Now switches across. Finds Papadimitro. Into the middle. Watson. Watson back out wide.
Just look a little bit tired on our feet.
Now to Watson.
Finds a lovely spot.
And it's gone out for a goal kick, he's called.
Oh, it's a bit
so
unlucky.
Canal and Watson teaming up there and linking up. But unfortunately unable as we make another substitution for the Moreland Zebras. Coming off for the Moreland Zebras, number 14, James Papadimitro, being replaced by number 10, Thomas Buffarosh. The change confirmed there for the Moreland Zebras.
So young James has run his heart out here, got on the end of an early goal to put the Zebras 1-0 up, but just looking a little bit tired in the legs with today's 28-degree heat taking a little bit of a toll. So young Tommy Barfarosh comes in off the substitution bench, himself a little bit underdone with some minor injuries in the last couple of weeks. So be keen to impress.
Coming through the Zebras from Northcote City, was it last year, Jay?
I believe so.
Yeah. Barfarosh now into play, goes to put pressure on early. Ballarat City with possession, going forward, trying to get this numerical advantage working, but Tremaine Sadler cuts it down. Can't get it down under pressure, under control though, Ballarat. Back to their goalkeeper. Still in possession. Ballarat within the middle of the park. To their number 11, Regaig. Regaig out wide to Baker, back to Regaig. Now out wide to Duhaji. Duhaji now for Ballarat. Long one over the top. Took a deflection. Williams on the end of it. Just hikes it up in the air to nowhere in particular. Baker now for Ballarat City. Trying to get past Devitt. Doesn't. Goes back. Still in possession, Ballarat. Takes a couple of touches. Duhaji now with it. Out wide. Looking for the options there. Zebras numbers everywhere. Cardamone comes in. Sends it back forward. Barfarosh brings it down. Watson, and the referee's called the ball, has gone out for a throw-in.
Ballarat asking the questions, Dominic, and justifiably so with a man up. But Moreland Zebras hanging on and forced the turnover here with Cardamone just putting pressure on the youngster, and it'll be Tremaine Sadler to bring the ball back in. But
few hands on heads out there, Joe. The heat totally putting a little bit of pressure there and a little bit of discomfort to the players.
It's got to be the same for the opposition, though.
Yeah, it's safe for both
they'll be
players,
thinking
definitely.
that they got the extra man. So that's the danger, which is apparent for Moreland Zebras. They need that extra little bit. Barfarosh gets sucked in under the ball.
There was two players going for that ball, and both Zebras players went forward. Now gets
the youngster there on the side.
In possession, still with it. Oh, brilliant tackle there by Lemo for the Zebras as Barfarosh tries to get on the end of it. Goalkeeper for the Ballarat, Nakashima, comes out and tidies things up.
An excellent job, Liam Canal.
Canal has done a fantastic job out there for the Zebras.
He's cut out a lot of the balls and a lot of the players. And
there's Baker now for Ballarat City, still with possession. Now forward,
tackler of the ball.
Into the middle. Finds his teammate Brooker, Isaac Brooker now.
Crowd
gives
shouting
it to
some
Duhaji. Duhaji looking for the run, but Tremaine Sadler there. Tidies up for the Zebras. Still in possession, Sadler. Tries to turn one way, turns the other. Still with it, in possession. Cardamone being held on to, and the referees picked a foul there for the Moreland Zebras. And they'll take that defensive half, airport side of the ground. Tremaine Sadler getting behind it. No too much rush there, Sadler.
Such an important game, Dominic. This is one that we do need to take. And we won't want to give away a point here. Just looking at the body language of the back four, keen to stay. Although Barfarosh has got hold of one here, gets dragged down. And
found a free kick there, so it is a free kick to the Zebras. Just outside the 18-yard box.
I can see 4, 3, and the two up front with a massive gap in between. So that long ball probably indicates the level of fitness that we're at this early stage, given the amount of injuries that have taken place. So it won't be any excuse, but the telltale signs are there. Unless we can get another one relatively like now.
So Watson on the end of this one here for the Zebras.
It's going to be on the spot, going to be on the penalty spot, depending on whether he can stay on side for the floating of the ball. But Williams
causing a bit of a nuisance in the middle there. Long one over the top.
Indeed, Watley goes, nods it across and straight to the keeper.
Only to the goalkeeper.
Ballarat look to break quickly.
Long one down the line and out wide, but only as far as Cardamone turns into the middle.
We gather.
Now to Luke Devitt, Luke Devitt with possession now. Can't get the flick on. Ball turned over. Still in the middle of the park. Zebras going through. Cardamone and...
So normally there'd be a man out wide here. He's not here. We're restricted in and we can't switch to play.
So
looks like we'll have to start again.
Barfarosh cleaned up there. Asking for the yellow card there. The coaches on the sidelines. Falsely just not impressed with that tackle. Referee going across, having a little bit of a chat to... the Ballarat City midfielder, number 14.
Yeah, that was late.
Mitrovic.
That was late, and you're not even going to get a card.
Referee's bringing him across. Is he going to reach through? He's going to have another chat to him. No, he's still having a chat to him.
Not reaching for his pocket. It's a bit disappointing, that. Barfarosh certainly felt the full force of that tackle. one eye on the clock.
79 minutes gone here at CB Smith Reserve. It's a Moreland Zebras 1 at Ballarat City 0. Zebras with the one man less due to the red card there to Sean Timms.
So the ball had to come across. We was shaping to get it across as only Luke Devitt in the middle.
Zebras slow things down and Carter Money makes his way across to take the throw in. Looking for the movement there forward. Zebras with players back.
Two players in the same position, probably unnecessary for me. Allows them to clear the ball easier, and that's exactly what they've done.
There goes through
and that's exactly
past
what they've done.
Canal. Long one over the top, but cut off there by Watley. Watley now out wide to Tremaine Sadler. Sadler, great ball through, finds Carter Money, but
can he cut inside?
No, he's offside.
Oh no!
Lyons has put his flag up. It's another call. I'm not too sure where he got that one from either, unfortunately.
I thought he was in front of the ball. I'm not quite sure that was the correct decision, but the linesman was pretty adamant that it was offside as Ballarat go forward.
As the crowd just making the official aware of his mistake there out on the ground, but just going to remind all the patrons here at the ground who long one over the top. Baffarosh now getting on the end of it. He's winning this. He brings it down brilliantly, Baffarosh. Now hits the space, turns, now goes, and it's going, it's trickling, it's a goal! Baffarosh there for the Moreland Zebras.
Goal, Moreland Zebras.
Number 10,
Thomas Baffarosh.
Baffarosh scores the goal for the Zebras.
Moreland Zebras 2, Ballarat City 0.
Brilliantly done there. I have to say, Joe, that ball that came through when Baffarosh first won it in the attacking half, that actually looked offside to me there. But nothing doing there from the linesman, and probably made up for the previous one.
Maybe a little bit of pressure there for the
linesman. Definitely, I think it was. And Zebras take that 2-goal lead now in this game. 81 minutes gone here at CB Smith Reserve. It's a Moreland Zebras 2, Ballarat City 0. Goals from James Papadimitriou and Thomas Baffarosh for the Zebras. Ball
Ballarat
gets brought back in.
Direct, a lot more direct.
As
see
it goes
trickle out
over the line there for a Zebras goal kick. As Chalmers there asking for a ball, but
the Ballarat people are going over the fence to collect the ball, and they're keen. They understand the importance of time now.
Chalmers there wasting a little bit of time, as we've had another couple of goals in one of the other games around the ground, Joe.
Worry,
so
I've given some extra time here, I know.
There we go from Chalmers now to take the kick. So it's Werribee City 3, Moreland City 0. As Whittlesea Rangers have scored another goal there. It's currently Whittlesea Rangers 2, Melbourne Victory 4 at Epping Stadium. 80 minutes gone. Throwing comes in for Ballarat City. Now trickled out. Baffarosh there for the Zebras putting the pressure. But they come out wide through Baker. Baker over the top. Linesman's flag's gone up there though. That was an obvious one. And Joshua Remain there. Moved into an offside position. As we have another goal around the grounds. Werribee City now 4. Moreland City 0. So there's to their goal tally there, 87 minutes gone. As Chalmers there for the Zebras goes a long one over the top. Looking for the run of Carter Money. Ballarat City managed to get numbers back and ball trickles over the line for another Zebras throw-in. Zebras through now. Baffarosh, oh, just wide of the bar there. Shot taken. Zebras looking to put Ballarat to the sword now. With 5-6 minutes left to go in this game. Zebras putting that pressure on. Ballarat come out, but turned over there. Cardamone with possession for the Zebras. Still with the Cardamone, heading towards the corner flag. Pressure getting put on there. Still with it. Still in possession. Zebras free kick taken there. Watson linking up with Cardamone. Cardamone with the ball. Now looking through, trying to get past Cardamone. Still in possession there. Ballarat City with the ball now. Deep in the Zebras attacking half. Luke Devitt now wins it back. Watson along the ground. Barrafrost trying to link up there with Canal, but can't do that there on that occasion. Bafarosh takes a shot, deflected. Still in possession, Bafarosh. Comes out wide to Simeoi now. Simeoi, quick one over the top. Two Zebras players go up. Bafarosh with the touch, but Ballarat City managed to clear that one there on that occasion.
Just living on the edge, Ballarat again.
As the ball goes to get cleared now. Still with it, Ballarat, going forward. Still in possession. Comes out wide, Ballarat still in possession with the ball. Looking for their options forward. 85 minutes gone here. It's still the Moreland Zebras 2, Ballarat City 0. Switch across the ground. Middle of the park. Cross comes in there from Regogue. Regogue now with the touch. Remain there. Flicks over the top of his head. Out wide though, and Simeoi able to clean up at the back there for the Zebras. Takes a couple of touches. Looks forward. Goes long. Down the line. Bafarosh trying to run, but presence enough there from Bafarosh to get that ball to trickle over the line for another Zebras throw in. Zebras will slow things down here now. Simeoi taking his time, making his way across to that ball.
Game was on a knife edge, and the Zebras responded in the only fashion you can, and that is to strike the second goal. Young Tommy Bafarosh.
Not pushing too much there at the moment there. Just taking his time.
Ballarat defenders look a little bit despondent at the moment.
Throwing comes in now. Simeoi with it. Looking for his options over the top. Finds Devitt. Luke Devitt goes to clear it. That's gone out for a Ballarat City throw in now. Deep in their defensive half. Zebras there. Still pushing the Zebras, even though with the numerical disadvantage. They're still in position up forward. Only the team that look like they're going to be scoring in this half. Watson takes it, turns, goes through, wins it. Barrafrosh now. Bafarosh still in possession. Back to Watson. Watson to Devitt in the 18-yard box. Devitt now switches to Simeoi. Simeoi turns again. Simeoi tries to take the shot. Shot taken. Comes off a defender. It's out for a corner. We just saw things in slow-mo there a little bit, Jay. You saw him bring the ball down. I thought there was a little bit of a hand involved there as well.
He was just looking for that gap
to control that one.
He was looking to toe poke it, looking to hit it left or right. Eventually gets his foot to it, and Ballarat just trickled it over the line.
Yep, goes out for a corner for the Zebras as Watson makes his way across to take the corner kick. As we can see, there's been another red card there in the Moreland City game. They're now down 4 goals to 0 to Werribee City, and they've had a red card in the 91st minute.
It's a bit unfortunate.
So, ball comes in. Oh, it's come off Barrafrosh. He scores his brace. Oh. And Thomas Barrafrosh scores a goal there for the Zebras.
Goal, Moreland Zebras. A brace for number 10, Tommy Barfarosh.
The Zebras take a...
Moreland Zebras 3, Ballarat City 0.
It was back post. He got the leftovers there. Came a flick off from one of the Zebras attackers, and he was at the back post there to take that last header into the goal. So Zebras commanding 3-0 win here, or 3-0 scoreline, sorry, at the moment. 3-0, 88th minute gone. We haven't won it yet.
Manning has gone 2-0 up against Northcote City.
43 minutes gone there in that game at the Veneto Club, I think it is, Joe, they're playing.
Yeah, on the synthetic.
So 2-goal the lead there to Manningham United.
This time they're playing with 1, 2, 3, 4 across the front.
Yeah, pushed everyone up forward. I think too little too late though now for Ballarat. They should have done it when they had the numerical advantage, and they didn't. Allowed the Zebras to still push forward and capitalise there, the Zebras, in the space that they've allowed.
It's a chance you take, Dominic, setting up a team that you know is the capabilities aren't as high as your opposition, so you've got to set your stool out in terms of what you can get out of the game. It was obvious that Robinson was looking to defend as much as he could and waiting for the play the break against Moreland Zebras, but numerical advantage or not, Moreland Zebras much more structured through the middle.
Definitely, no, they have been today, Joe.
The two goals.
A much improved performance here from the Zebras from last week's disappointing result.
Now Ballarat hoofing it forward. This will suit Moreland Zebras as Limo cleans up again. Misses out this time. But still, their last ball is not up to standard, and Simioi gives Fraser Chalmers a touch, spreads it out onto his left and goes to the wide wing. Cardamone, tap it on, does so. Barfarosh lays it off for him. Zebras playing tiddlywinks here with Ballarat, looking quite average Ballarat at the moment as Moreland Zebras stream forward. Luke Devitt doesn't guess which way to go, and the ball in two minds caught there, the youngster from Queensland. And Lukey Devitt just misses a chance there to run onto something.
Zebras still with trying to win possession back there. As Ballarat City come out wide now. Baker been doing a lot of hard running there for Ballarat City, but unfortunately not going the way of his team today. As it comes back out wide to Baker. Now flicked into the middle. Williams
behind the big fella.
Remain now with a flick through. Saved by...
good save by Chalmers.
Chalmers brilliantly saved. Had the goal open there, but managed to get a hand to it, which diverted away from the attacking shot there from the Ballarat player.
Ballarat trying to save something out of the game, at least with a score. Moreland keen for that clean sheet.
As the 90 minutes expires here at CB Smith Reserve, we're well into injury time, and there's an additional 4 minutes they've called. 4 additional minutes of injury time.
Now we had a bit of a setback here with the Ballarat.
Yeah, the Ballarat player that went down.
Treatment. As the sun's still fairly high in the marvellous city of Moreland. And all you black and wolves are unceremoniously dumped there by
He's
Ballarat.
given it the other way.
Ooh.
Not too sure how he's seen that one there, the referee, the linesman.
Not actually believing I saw that, but anyway. All you black and white believers across the country, report that Moreland Zebras has done the colours proud. 3-0 the scoreline, Ballarat 0, Moreland Zebras 3.
As you can see, there's an ex-Moreland Zebras player down in the near the race there, Joe. You can see the former captain of the Moreland Zebras.
Mile Medjedovic talking to former player Jared Midzadra. So it's good to see support from some of the old boys.
Zebra still in possession now, wins it back, turns around. Barafrosh now with the ball. Turns, looking for his options, goes over the top. Watson, get onto the end of it. Thought there was some, there was a great cloud over Watson's thing at the start of this, start of this half.
There he goes, a lovely
Brilliant
ball into Luke Devitt. Can he shape one up? He doesn't. Well, now he decides to, but he's
not too sure what he wants to do there, Devitt. Tremaine Sadler making a run. Now take the shot. Oh, brilliant save. Another great one there.
Gets it on target, Barfarosh.
Deserved his hat-trick, I think, Joe. He's done a fantastic job after coming onto this.
The Ballarat keeper there has done exceptionally well.
Yeah, Nakashima.
Yeah,
brilliantly done there.
He's been a bit upset at times today, but been let down by his defence, but got on the end of that one. I thought Lukey Devitt was shaping up to have a shot there.
It looked like it, Joe, and then he sort of got talked out of it. Barfarosh,
this is very obvious the unfamiliar territory once players like youngster Luke Devitt get in a position where they can actually make a strike. They don't. They look to the layoff.
Watson there now, bit under pressure. Still gets it back from Canal. Brings it to the corner, just a bit of time plays, and yeah, referee's found a free kick there.
Has it gone Moreland's way? I think, none of the Ballarat players, yes, they're defending now, so it looks like a Moreland free kick. Yeah,
it is, definitely. So Watson goes across there. Canal over there as well for the Zebras. As it goes out for a Ballarat City throw-in. Ballarat pushing forward. Can't be too much time left to go here on the clock. The Zebras look like to record their first home win of the season.
Yes, after the disappointment of the late loss against Brunswick on the Monday night in front of a massive crowd.
Crowd edging the referee on there. Whistles going around.
Ballarat aren't going to die wondering that he's offside, the young man.
Offside.
Not by far. I estimate about 2 metres.
Yep. Which is close in today's...
To be fair, Ricky Jose has had to battle on his own as Ballarat failed to have the structure of support behind him in the midfield. Easily outwitted and outdominated by a strong Moreland Zebras midfield.
Referee.
I like the possibility, Dominic, of the availability of all players to see how far down we can go and our depth will be tested. But
as
And there
the
it is.
final whistle goes there for the Moreland Zebras.
Thank you, Dominic.
Thank you, JJ. We'll head down to the rooms there with the players. As we wrap things up here, it's been a convincing 3-0 win to the Moreland Zebras here today. Goals from James Papadimitriou and a brace from Thomas Barafrosh. We thank you for tuning in both on Facebook and also on TMAP and on Radio Nostalgia 1620 and 1629. We thank you for your company today, and we hope you enjoyed the game, and we see you at our next home game in a couple of weeks' time.